Fear nothing. It is well already. I am speaking on this today. Who is my neighbor? And we are reading from Luke chapter 10. Studio, please. Verse 27 through 29. 30 minutes broadcast to save time. And he answering said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And he said unto him, Thou hast answered right, this do, and thou shalt live. But he, desiring to justify himself, said unto Jesus, Who is my neighbor? Our topic is born out from the response of this great lawyer. He was an expert, but experts don't always get it right at all times. You may be a consultant, gynecology, or this and that. You will not always get it right at all times because of limitation in man. No matter how much you develop academic, there are questions you cannot answer appropriately. When Jesus finished his speech about what ought to be done, this learned man, we have many of them here, the Gochukus, all of them, they call themselves learned gentlemen. They are globally respected, just like medical doctors and pastors on the pulpit. These three, first and foremost, love the Lord, his God. It's not going to be a haphazard kind of thing. It is going to be launched in full scope. The love is going to be in depth. It is going to be, you are not going to cut corners. It's not going to be a head thing. It is going to be a heart thing. He went further and said, if he decide and determine to love the Lord, his God, two words, his creator and his master, who has chosen him and who has made him. If it determines and you is interpreted neighbor in Greek language. The word plesion, P-L-E-S-I-O-N, means one near you. It might not be from the same clan. It might not have the same dialect. This is what Greek tells us about the word neighbor. One living in the same land. The mind and heart understanding of the word neighbor will solve a lot of problems. If you wake up in Nigeria, the first thing you will hear is 10 is dead, killed, houses burnt. I had to weep yesterday like a baby. How long will you keep quiet, God? The sacredness of life has been trampled. People no more has respect for the sacredness of life. People take life as if they are killing birds in the bush. People are treating their fellow human being the way they will not treat their animals in the house. People are killing people the way they cannot kill their cows because they do not understand the word neighbor. The Hebrew word for neighbor is the word S-A-K-E-N, Saken. It simply indicates inhabitant of neighboring areas, whether they are friendly or unfriendly. Maybe Cameroon, they are our neighbors. Niger, they are our neighbors. All these countries where we have our boundaries, our neighbors. We ought not to hurt them. We ought to live in peace. Another word in Hebrew is the word R-E-A, Ria. This has the basic idea that your neighbor is one you have contact with in any form. It is mentioned 187 times in Old Testament. People are engrossed, willing to continue in doing evil because they lack this knowledge. As the learned gentleman posed that question, Jesus took him to Luke chapter 10, from verse 30 to 36. Will you just follow me? Jesus made answer and said, a certain man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers who both stripped him, watch the word, stripped him and beat him, and departed him, leaving him half dead. And by chance, a certain priest was going down that way. When he saw him, he passed by on the other side, pretended as seeing nothing. In like manner, a Levite also, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side, pretended as seeing nothing. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he was moved with compassion, and came to him and bound him up with his wound, pouring on them oil and wine. And he set him on his own beast and brought him to an inn and took care of him. And on the morrow he took out 2 shillings and gave them to the host and said, take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, I, when I come back again, will repay thee. Which of these 3 thinkest thou? Prove. Permit me, child of God, what kind of heart do you have? I know you are born again. I know you speak in other tongue. What kind of heart do you have? What kind of mind do we have? These men ought to have written their name in gold in the presence of your God, but they avoided responsibility. How often do we despise our own neighbor? I don't have time this morning. I'm conscious of time. How often do we avoid responsibilities that God has given to us by bringing someone in need very closely to us? They lack food in the house, but you have much to the point that you will throw some away. How often do we avoid opportunities? 3 personalities. The priest came, he did nothing and walked away. The Levite came, he did nothing and walked away. The Samaritan came, one considered an infidel, considered an unbeliever, considered an idol worshiper, ungodly in the eyes of men. Power of compassion. When the Samaritan saw, he spent his oil. He used his donkey to carry him. He paid the bill in the hotel. He said, tomorrow I will come back. He did 5 things representing the 5 wounds of Jesus.